I'm going to speak about how I both began how to speak Korean and how I have brought myself to continue to learn. I grew up as a second generation Korean American, born and raised in New Jersey. Because my parents came to America for school, they were fluent in both languages by the time I was growing up, and both Korean and English were used at home. An understanding of colloquial Korean has therefore stuck with me to the present day, as my family switches in speaking to me in the two languages, sometimes using both in the same sentence. However, while I can understand much of conversational Korean because of my experiences at home and with my family, knowledge of grammar and vocabulary is not as easily learned through spoken word. As a result, starting in kindergarten, I started attending Korean school every Saturday from 9 a.m. to noon until 6th grade. I learned the alphabet, verb tenses, and the names of each month. And not only did we learn how to read and write, but we took classes about Korean culture, learning traditional dances, painting, and taekwondo. However, like any elementary school and middle school student, you can imagine that my sister and I were extremely resistant to waking up on Saturday mornings for these classes that we found boring. It hasn't been until recently that I realized how grateful I am for how much I learned in these classes, like how to read fluently, even if it's just children's books. Upon coming to Cal, I made many close friends who were not Korean, and I began to realize that while I enjoyed learning about their cultures, especially the food, I also had something to offer about my own culture. My second year at Berkeley, I took Korean 1AX and 1BX, which are the two elementary classes for native speakers. The first few weeks of the class were really easy and fun, during which we reviewed the alphabet, basic vocabulary words, and cultural facts. However, the course became progressively more difficult as we began to write in entire paragraphs and had to perform skits and present video presentations like this one. I am most proud of my decision to enroll in Korean in college because of how many fun activities I had the chance to do, and because I had met some really great friends through the class, and they remind me a lot of my Korean friends from high school. They too are extremely Korean American, but together we decided to go back and learn our language. While my oral and writing skills are by no means perfectly proficient, I am happy with myself realizing that it's never too late to continue appreciating and embracing my culture through language.